values, your strengths, and even your weaknesses, but a tally of all of those things. And hopefully it is more positive than negative. So taking it into account, I'm talented, I'm attractive, I fit the BMI schedule of being a healthy weight. Can you stop playing with the volume?
I was trying to figure it out. You were too loud in my ear.
Okay. Is it good now?
Yes.
Okay. But that's personally what I define it as.
Demo.
You guys are awesome. I would say it's what you bring to the table. And it's very much similar to what Frank said. But instead of comparing yourself to everyone else or where where you think you should be, what is it that you have? What do you possess? What's good about you? And what's not? And where does that leave you? Are you happy with where you are? And I think that overall is your self worth. Some people don't have a positive self worth, so you feel like you ain't worth two nickels, and you present yourself like you're not worth two nickels.
Found out today that Daniel been giving bus drivers to people up and down the pedestrian. And he had to kind of go to Bus Drivers Anonymous.
Yeah. Lola.
She looking confused and focused over on.
I'm trying,
She's
man.
focused on the U-turn. We'll
Yeah.
leave her alone for a little
Are you
bit.
gonna show yourself?
I was trying to figure out how she was gonna point the camera at herself
Herself, yeah.
while she was talking and not be all up in her nose.
Well,
It was gonna
the
work.
web
It was gonna work.
definition of self-worth is dignity, the quality of being worthy of esteem or respect. And I really hate when definitions use the word in the definition because I feel like you really didn't answer my question.
Mm-hmm.
But I will give y'all my definition, which I had to type it. I really did.
You
But
should.
I feel like
Shouldn't
it's
have.
basically when you know your
Yeah,
value
worth
of
it.
yourself. You understand what you will or will not tolerate, and understanding that you deserve respect. If you respect yourself, then you should want people to respect you. Um,
I think it's automatic though. It's like you respect yourself, it will resonate. Like when people know what you're about, when you step into a situation, it's like people kind of get a vibe from you. Like we were talking earlier, like if you know you're a butthole, people kind of sense it when you're around. It's like, we talk about being Christians and stuff like that. It's like if you know you're a Christian and you act like a Christian and you kind of own up to that dynamic, when you're in a building, in a place, a business, or wherever you are, people around you would naturally just understand that, hey, something's different about this guy. I can't just come up to this female like that. Like, I have to come a different way. So I don't know. Like, I feel like it's contagious when you kind of know yourself, or when you have self-respect or self-confidence and self-esteem. It resonates and surrounds other people. And that's just my opinion.
so how would you define? No. Do you know your self-worth? Like
Yeah,
your
I'm currently worth 679,900,200,050.99.
That's what's up.
You
Exact
was
dollar.
up some more divine than that?
yes.
That's a little cheap, right?
Yeah.
I know.
No,
If
Crazy.
because no one in this room, in this building, this institution we call Joe Southern can afford me.
Mm.
Therefore, I am priceless.
Um.
Which is two
Okay.
different things. Without a price and priceless. I'm sorry. I kind of like talking to the mic.
Demo.
Um, I would say that I'm working on it. I know a little bit about what I have to bring to the table, but a lot of days I can be my own worst critic. So it's about finding a balance for me. Once I realize the good things that I have to offer, then we'll know for sure.
Oh, you was looking for that. I thought you asked like a price for real.
You knew what I was asking for.
I'm a motivator and a supporter at the same time. Like I'm a team player, backstage kind of guy. And when we're at the Tabernacle, I'm not in the front. I help set up, I go help cook. I put the stuff back up. I leave.
Oh, is that what you were looking for?
Oh my gosh.
But those are the roles. Those are the
Nobody
roles
can.
I play. Like I'm a motivator. I'm someone that is. I can be humorous, but according to Brittany, I am not Wayne's Brothers smart. I mean, I'm not Wayne's Brothers funny.
You're
They funny.
never gonna live that down, are you?
Cause they're not funny. They're fun. They're funny. Me, I'm not funny. But I feel like I'm comical, and I feel like I used to be more optimistic than I am now. But I do fit roles. So whatever role is there, and as Jessica said, I'm a devil's advocate. Well, as she said, Akavit, Alavit.
Thank you for your
It was
characteristics
at Kavit. That's
of
what it
yourself.
was. That's what it was.
Lola, you want to add in this? No.
Not really. That's still one of those
You're working on.
questions that I struggle with a lot. So I'm gonna come back to you though. Eventually, it's gonna be one day I'm just gonna be like, you know what my self worth is, and tell you.
I want you to say it just like that too.
Okay. Okay. Just wait.
I'm excited. I'm ready.
I mean, like I said earlier, I feel like I found mine, because the way I see it, like these hearts are funny. I know what I will and will not tolerate. I know what makes me feel bad because I did it. Like one of the examples for on the web dictionary was like he didn't cheat because of his dignity and his self-worth. Like that was below the type of person he is. So I mean, it was Webster
But
dictionary.
dignity is a trait, though.
It was part of the definition.
I see.
It's a web definition.
I'm closer than I thought.
Don't close. See, you don't like a lot of people feel like they don't know it, but if when you dig deep inside, more about yourself, you actually find out that you do know it. You just haven't found the words to actually define it.
I just feel like these words are they're thrown around, so nobody really knows what they mean, and it kind of is just your personal subjective idea of what it can
AKA
be.
self.
But I'm saying even in that term, the self can be so many different aspects, and although they still pertain to an individual, we can use that in a broad sense. The self can be so many other things, and worth can mean other things too. So when you put them together, they can still be subjective.
Like how you're priceless.
Yeah, priceless, but I'm worth 600 billion,
Priceless.
900 million,
Okay.
200,000, $50.99.
99 cents. You gonna round up to $1?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Gotta
Well,
have some change like an old person.
there I have two quotes. I googled self-worth quotes, and this is what I got. They gave me like 150.
Shout out to APA Sighting.
Yes, I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
But it says we cannot think of being acceptable to others until we have first proven acceptable to ourselves, and that was by Malcolm X. How do y'all feel about that?
I received that one. I did.
Because it's self-worth, I think that makes it. No, I'm just joking. I'm just trying to be like you. Just trying to be like you.
Can't be like me.
Self-worth. It's self.
You ain't
It's the
worth.
worth of your doggone self.
I told you, man. Let you work on the corner. But I feel like in our society, because we gravitate toward a negative aspect of life, we haven't been taught to value or to instill knowledge of what we're good at. We're only told and we're only focused and we're only driven to be cognizant of what we're negative at.
Yep.
And so we always weigh the cons of each situation, even when everyone else is weighing the positives. And I think generally that we only compare other people's positives or value other people's positives is because we're always told to be compared. We're always being compared to each other. And so other people are able to see what we're good at, one, because they're receiving the benefits of it. Because I've told all three of y'all at three different points things that I feel like y'all are good at, and things that y'all personally have said, not quite. And y'all mentioned that maybe because I do focus on what I'm not good at, or focus on well, there's still much more that I could have done, that I don't readily see what I'm good at.
Mm-hmm.
So with self-worth, some people don't really define it from those positive aspects, those optimistic aspects. They point it from well, I'm not a cheater or something, whatever the case may be. It's always from a negative focus, a more pessimistic focus, glass half empty focus, if you will.
Okay, I got one more. And they kind of go hand in hand. It's a little longer. So. You can be the most beautiful person in the world, and everybody sees light and rainbows when they look at you. But if you yourself don't know it, all of that doesn't even matter. Every second that you spend on doubting your worth, every moment that you use to criticize yourself is a second of your life wasted, is a moment of your life thrown away. It's not like you have forever, so don't waste any of your seconds. Don't throw any one of your moments away. And that's from a lady. Her last name is Joy Bell. She was some kind of actress or something. But I really like that one. I was like, oh. Because you don't really think, like, when you spend a lot of your time worrying about, what other people think or doubting who you are, you spend majority of your life doubting who you are because you're looking for somebody else to tell you about yourself, when it's something like you have to learn how to define, okay, this is me, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to do it, this is what I allow in my life, and this is what I will not allow in my life. And that will help determine, basically yourself. But we're going to take a quick break, and when I get back, I'm going to give y'all, I believe it's 11 tips on how to build your self-worth. This is the Love Below.
We're gonna check something, so we're gonna restart in a second.